Hello, everyone. Welcome to LFC Red Forever channel. Tonight's episode is football talk. Today, we're going to be talking about the Premier League games. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Premier League games and plus all things Liverpool because things ain't looking good so far. So let me bring in the panel. We've got Rob. Hang on. I think me and Rob at the moment. So the rest should join us very soon.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, good, guys.
All right.
Oh, good.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Nice.
Well, as you guys are all aware, Man City lost at last. I'm happy about it. They've been. I don't know. I could be in two levels here because our Liverpool's bitter rivals have beat them. So it's I don't know, man. Because I think they've been exposed by Man United yesterday because they faced a lot of pace and they had problems with it as well. Did you guys watch the game yesterday?
No, I didn't watch it. I was working, but I heard a lot from it.
I tell you what, United, I mean, got them exactly at the perfect time, though.
You think so?
Yeah, and in terms of the game, I mean, in terms of when United scored, because Spurs done a similar thing, and Spurs won that game as well. Spurs scored in the first few minutes and then just managed to defend it, and only had about 2 attempts in the rest of the game. And I know United had a few more chances, but if you catch City early, and then they kind of lose their style of play. And United got them. United got them right early, hit them early, and you might have half a chance.
It was a good game. It was a good game to watch. And what I've noticed is United have a lot of pace, and they've been exposed to that as well. Because if you look at City, apart from Kyle Walker and probably Sterling, there's no other pace. I haven't seen any quick players apart from them two. And each time I see United running forward, I saw what's his name, De Bruyne lagging behind Shaw when Shaw scored the goal. You know what I mean? So to me, like once you go for it, I think you've got a better chance of beating them than most teams.
That's their style of play. Their style of play is so slow and deliberate, isn't it? And they know that's what suits them. They don't have much pace, and you're probably right. You're probably right. Why not hit the defense? Hit their defense with space. That's probably where they will struggle, and hit them on the counter attack. And United done that brilliantly. To be fair, I don't like United, but they didn't.
None of us do, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I would have preferred City to win that game, but obviously, with Spurs,
it's good for the league. Good for the league, though, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Is anyone going to catch City anyway? No one's going to catch City anyway, are they? Yeah, I mean, come on,
just shows they are human.
Yeah,
it's true.
Definitely.
It's true, man. So,
how's it going, Faisal? You okay?
Faisal, welcome to
the guys.
How's it going, man?
Yeah.
Sorry,
the stand is much better now. The stand is much better now.
Yeah.
Guys, well, Tottenham Attica, 4-1. What's going on here, man?
Why don't we start with Liverpool? Are you just trying to divert?
That's going to be a long talk. There's going to be a long talk at the end, man, because
you're trying to divert from the top. Okay, yeah, come. We can talk about Spurs. Yeah, I mean, the run of games Spurs have had has been very favourable.
Yeah,
but people will say, "Oh, it's Burnley, Fulham," but these teams have been picking up points from all the other teams.
Yeah,
they've been picking up points against Liverpool. Fulham are very misleading when they're on the table.
We called it. We said they'll stay up, didn't we? Like last time we chatted a couple of weeks back.
They've had a very tough run of fixtures, but they're still catching up with Newcastle and Brighton.
Yeah.
Even with the tougher, everyone said, "Oh, they got Liverpool, they got Spurs. They're not going to get anything from it." But they're actually picking up points, and Newcastle are the ones because Newcastle are woeful. And now they've lost their 3 strikers. Newcastle, the only hope they had was those 3 strikers because like Saint Maximin and these guys. Saint Maximin's a good player.
Callum Wilson, isn't it?
Callum Wilson is that? All 3 of them are out.
He's the main guy there.
So all 3 of them are out now. I don't know for how long, but they're struggling anyway, even with those guys.
What the hell's happened to Southampton, guys? Like they were top of the league at one point, and they were singing.
Yeah. Lucky they had a good start, though. Yeah, but lucky they had a good start because now I think
same as Liverpool.
Out of 15 games, they've won 2 or something. Really bad one. But Spurs, it's not just the Bale effect, but Bale has been a huge.
But you called it even when he wasn't getting many minutes on the pitch. You were like, no, I have a good feeling about it. He's going to come good, and I was like, but mate, you were right about that. He's gelling now.
The pace isn't there anymore. What we saw with Bale before, the pace, he could just blitz past the player.
Yeah.
But he's intelligent. He's intelligent when he
Exactly.
wants to. Yeah.
And he's got good shots on him as well. Don't forget the shots. You know what I mean? He's still got the shots on him as well.
You know, sometimes with a world-class player, the first touch is so important because world-class players, what they'll do, the first touch, it comes out of their feet.
Yeah,
It comes out of feet and they know what they're going to do with the second touch before they get the first touch.
Yeah.
Do you remember Luis Figo, the way that he played? He didn't have pace, but he was so good on the ball. And that first touch that he got away from players, he controlled the ball so well. But Bale's got class in him.
And and it's so evident watching the rest of the Spurs players, apart from probably like Kane and a couple of the more skillful players. You see that first touch is so different from everybody else. He takes that first touch and he already brings it out of his feet because he knows what he's going to do with the second touch. He's going to cross it, he's going to shoot it, he's going to pass it. Whereas
even his long balls, like he pings.
Oh my God! Did you see some of those passes? He was doing crossfield pass. I mean, he was like drilling the balls, not chipping.
Literally, it was like shots. It was like shots, isn't it?
And even when he was volleying the passes, he was sometimes volleying passes across 50 yards, and they were going straight to the player. And that's the difference in ability. It's so evident that he's played for a top level team.
Exactly.
And he's.
I didn't even know he scored two. I didn't even know that. I don't know. All I know is one he scored, but were they both good or?
They were good build-up.
The second one was amazing.
Yeah. Well, but Harry Kane's goal is just exceptional.
I need to see match of the day again.
It is
ridiculous.
I mean, if you remember, like Letizia, what he used to do was like curl it into the top corner, but with pace.
That was like that Steven Gerrard goal, innit? You remember that Steven Gerrard goal when he like whipped it like?
But it looked like he side-footed it. It looked like he side-footed it, but it went like a rocket. And you think, hold on, can someone side-foot that hard? But Kane, he takes so much criticism, but Kane is world class, and
I think that's why players like Lloris are so good, isn't it? Because you got Kane like shooting at him, innit? So he can save them shots.
Yeah, it's true. Listen, man, with Kane, it's debatable, isn't it? Some people think he's boring to watch. Some people think Tottenham fans think like he's great to watch. It's just like, with players of the modern day, they try to compare them for past players, if you know what I mean, like Shearers and Fowler. This is why they don't look at the players of today, how they perform. It's just we keep trying to compare them to past players, and then we just lose focus how good they really are. Kane is a good player. Don't get me wrong. He's a great player, but is he as good as those players in the past? It's debatable. And we'll just have to wait and see if he breaks Alan Shearer's record eventually. Do you think he could break it, Atika?
I think he's changed his style of play, that he's not an out-and-out goal scorer now. And that's probably why I say no. I think he'll probably finish like second or third in the all-time Premier League rankings. I don't think he can get to 260, though. I think he'll go about...
Was he 27?
Yeah, he's 27 or 28. So he's still got a good 4 or 5 years. If he stays...
I reckon 5 seasons, if he doesn't pick up silly injuries or... serious ones,
But that is
Salah will do it. Salah's going to do it, but Liverpool ain't going to win nothing. He's going to get a 260
at this rate, mate.
but do you even think Salah doesn't look like he wants to even be there anymore? It's almost like,
mate, he's always been like that. He's always had that look on him that the way he moans at Mane and stuff like that. He's a greedy player. He's a greedy player. He's humble off the pitch, and he's one of those influential players off the pitch. But on the pitch, he wants to score all the time. He wants to score 4. He don't care whether Firmino scores.
He's that kind of player who's just self-centered, man. There's no I'm through on goal, and my partner is at like the far post. I'll pass it to him. Nothing like that is ever going to happen. You know what I mean? He's going to shoot no matter what.
Do you think he's going to be looking for a new? He's thinking that he wants a new challenge.
We'll speak about them in a minute, mate. I think it's something along those lines.
It's like Piers Morgan on it.
Yeah, something along those lines are going to happen.
Stirring it.
You know I mean? Did you guys watch the Arsenal game the other day? The handball incident.
Yeah, it's crazy. Man.
With Xhaka.
No.
The handball.
The Burnley player. When he took it, when he got his arm out, and then the referee and the VAR said it was an accident. Like, what is going on here, guys? What are we seeing the rules differently, or is the referees making mistakes here? I'm confused each time I watch.
I think there's a lot of panic going on, man. It's all over the news, so these refs it's getting more pressure for them. So I think they're gonna make more mistakes now, isn't it?
And the rule is if it's in an unnatural position.
Yes.
But his arm was like that.
Yeah.
That's
Twice
not running.
as well.
Position.
It was
Yeah,
twice.
yeah. Arsenal claimed for it first time, and by the time the second time the claim was finished, he handballed it again. And they did the VAR, and his hand was up there the second time. It's like basketball.
It's beyond belief what you see now.
Yeah,
It's beyond belief, man.
And obviously, I didn't want Arsenal to get the penalty, but
You gotta be fair, surely, man.
no, I'm accepting. If that was Spurs and that's not given, I'd be I mean, what would that? It's ridiculous. His arm was up there. He handballed it with his hand, not elbow, shoulder, nothing like that. He actually patted it down with his hand. I think it's because of the distance, because he was really close, and that's the only reason I can think. Because he was about 2 yards.
It's a clear penalty, mate. It's a clear penalty.
Should be, yeah, definitely should be. But Zaka's mistake. I mean,
what
was that?
It was all going well for him, innit, as well.
He was doing good. He was actually doing good, and then all of a sudden he kicks it on the player, and the goal goes in. I can't believe it, man. That guy is just full of mistakes. Each time you think he's turned the corner, he does some stupid thing like this. It's just a regular occurrence, isn't it?
They've got a lot of players that do stuff like that. That's the worst thing about it. It's not one or two. There's a few of them. Even a goalkeeper.
Yeah, with Arsenal. But he's an accident waiting to happen, though, isn't he? He's an accident.
He's never going to disappear, is it? He's always going to be there to go.
And if you watch how many fouls he does every game, easily he could pick up a red card practically every game. But he seems to be getting away with his niggly little fouls. He does about 4 or 5 niggly fouls every game, and he gets away with like 1 yellow card all the time. And you just think, oh, God. And he's not an Arsenal level player, I don't say.
He never was, mate. He never was.
Arsenal should be able for much. Arsenal should.
There's a few players in Arsenal that aren't that sort of level, though. Like David Luiz, how was he still? You know,
maybe 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago he was a decent player, and then after that 7-1 against Germany, you just thought he's not going to come back from this, but he's still playing Premier League football. But you say, you know, like players like Thomas Partey, they're fantastic players, but why would Atletico Madrid let him go?
It is crazy. Yeah, that is strange, especially when they're fighting for the league this season as well and the Champions League.
But I think we've seen it. He's injury prone. He's injury prone as well. So Atletico sussed it out last year.
They probably knew something that Arsenal didn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's read Bargill's thing. Lloris, Spurs captain, said today that Dele Alli has come back to his old form. What do you think, Attica? Is that true or not?
Not the form of 2-3 years ago, no. I think Mourinho tried a similar thing to what he tried with Bale, and to get the best out of him, really wind the players up and see how motivated they actually are.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to do that to players. Do you actually want to play for the club or not? If you want to play for the club, come banging on my door and tell me that you want to play, and prove that you're better than what's out there already. Dele, to be fair, hasn't had many games, so it's hard to say he's better. But would I prefer Lucas or Dele Alli now? I'd say Lucas every day of the week.
Wow.
Lucas is playing fantastic. Lucas.
I don't know because I don't watch Tottenham.
He's playing brilliant. Yeah. He's playing brilliant. So I wouldn't swap him for Dele at the moment. But Dele obviously wants to play in the summer tournament, so he's going to have to step up his game.
Yeah, there's a lot of players in that boat at the moment. It's hard to watch the Premier League this season, man. It's so there's no consistency anymore, is there? Apart from City, and everybody's beating everybody, and the teams are all over the place. The players are all over the place. What I was thinking like today is we need to think about the emotional side of the players as well. You know what I mean? There's more stuff going off the pitch, personal life issues, than on the pitch. On top of the COVID as well. Yeah, so you got to think about it that way. That's why they're probably not performing. I'm not just talking about Liverpool. I'm talking about the majority of the teams in the Premier League as well. You got to think about that. Football is probably the last thing on their mind at the moment. You know what I mean? So this is why probably the performances of the players, because a lot of people are saying, even without fans, they get paid well enough to perform. But this pandemic going on, people dying all over the place, family members passing away. Football ain't going to be in your head, man. You're going to be thinking about things, like other stuff. And unfortunately, that's how it's come to this season. And especially like with a team like Liverpool, even though we were champions, Roy Keane, I agree with Roy Keane. We have been bad champions, but we don't know what we're going to do next, man. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I don't know what's going to happen as well. So it's tough to take what's happening in the Premier League this season. Even you look at Sheffield United, last season, I think they finished mid-table. This season, they're struggling at the bottom of the table. Who would have thought that last season? It's all over the place. Emotions, man, does cost a lot of stuff, and this is what's happening at the moment. Let's read the Arsenal bubbler. The problem is Jose won't pay to bring Bale back permanently. What?
He said like basically Jose won't pay 600 grand a week or whatever Bale's getting.
I mean, like permanently.
Yeah, next season.
Do you think Bale would want something like that?
I think Bale, if he was prepared to take a pay cut, I think he's still got another 1 year left on his contract at Real Madrid.
Madrid don't want him back, don't they? They
don't want him back.
Yeah, they don't want him back. They're hoping
they don't want him back. So I think at the moment, I think Spurs are paying 1/3 of his salary, and Real Madrid are still paying 2/3. Yeah, so Spurs are happy paying, and even then, that's 200 grand a week that Spurs are paying. So it's still a lot, but I think Spurs are kind of happy with that solution at the moment, and Spurs will probably want to extend that. Whether Real Madrid say, "Look, we want a permanent fee" or not, I think they want the permanent fee.
It's just a lot. Yeah, it's difficult to say, innit, what's going to happen with him at the end of the season. And Spurs,
as a Spurs fan, I'd love to see him stay one more season, even if we know it's just a loan. I think he's still got a lot to give if he stays fit.
If he continues this form as well, I think it'd be worth that.
Oh yeah,
he looks like he's happier. Like even in his interview, he said like I wasn't 100% fit, this, that, and like that's why
it feels like he hasn't got that triple burden on his shoulder anymore. He's just playing with confidence and he's happy again.
Yeah, listen, you know the Mourinho treatment only works on some people. Probably is working with him now. You know what I mean? That's what's happened because Luke Shaw looked like a shadow of the player he was. He's this season.
Oh God, yeah.
But he's calling him fat. That's different for us, man. He's calling him fat. Like
he was a little bit fat, overweight though, wasn't he?
Welcome to the group, Anton.
Hello, my friends.
Anton.
Anton, you right,
What's going on, man? Sorry I'm late, man. Sorry I was being late, man.
That's all right, mate. Let's read the last message from Gary, man. He says, I honestly thought when VAR came into it, I honestly thought that when VAR came in, it would revolutionize the game, but we are now judging the finest of margins that ref or Lino never saw before. Why can't it be clear advantages? I don't know, man. There's a lot of things you look at when you're watching football nowadays. I think the armpit offside should be allowed. I don't know what you guys think that. Like, you know, the little thing, the little like hairline offsides and all that stuff. Why don't you just allow the goals? Give the benefit of the doubt to the strikers. You know what I mean, make the game more interesting. We can't even celebrate goals anymore either. It's tough.
It's true. It's true, man.
I think it should be. I think it should be offside if you score from that part. That is offside. So say you're darting and say your heel is, you know, like the way you move.
Yeah.
If your lower body's onside and you score from your right foot, then that should count. It shouldn't. You know, how is your upper body an advantage? Your lower body is where you spring off from. You know, unless you score from your head.
Even better, I just reckon like the whole point of it should have been you're acting like the linesman that didn't see it clearly. So you look at it from a linesman's point of view and then judge it like that. No lines and all that stuff. I mean, bring lines into it.
Didn't they have an idea about what did they say? If you can't score, whatever you can't score with, like a goal, should be onside, like arms or something like that along those lines. It should be onside. That's what I've heard anyway. That's the idea they were trying to take forward. But,
they've changed it for next season, so they changed the handball and offside. Yeah, so it has to be. I think if any part of the body is level, they're going to say that's still onside.
Yeah.
So even if your arm or your shoulder or your knee is ahead, because your whole body is not ahead, they're going to leave that onside, which I think is good. So now that's
more fair, isn't it? It's more fair.
Yeah, of course, because you want
more fair.
Yeah, you want more attacking football. You don't want to disallow goals. This is meant to be entertainment. It's meant to be entertainment.
I remember someone saying about it's killing the game a little bit. You know what I mean? Imagine that young person whose first ever game coming to see his team, and he sees his team score a goal, and it's like he's celebrating it, but he can't because he's looking at the VAR screen, and he's going to take it out of him and say it's no goal, but he's already had that flush of the excitement. You know what I mean? That's going to be taken out of the game, man. I think
imagine like a young player coming in playing his first game, and then he scores a goal, and then it's like a line offside, like a hairline offside. Like that's, I mean, that's it's just
So
poor.
So it's a new rule. So Arsene Wenger's recommended it because he's like chief of global football development. So we'll see attackers being ruled onside as long as any body part which they can use to score is in line with the second to last opponent. So as long as any part of your body, if your knee is still in line with the player, but the rest of the body is ahead, then it's going to be onside. You're going to give it the benefit of doubt. It's only if it's every part of your body, and I think that's the right way. That's the right way to go.
If Wenger says it, I'm with him. You know, my man's but you know what I mean.
He's an intelligent guy. He's
brilliant. He's brilliant. That's the word.
But he was an absolute whinger. He was an absolute whinger.
Yeah, I know that. But aside from that,
who is it?
He's French, mate. He's French. they all moan.
We need to put the racism to an end here. No.
Guys.
It's a fact that French moan all the time.
Look, so what? He likes
English
frogs. So what? He likes frogs' legs and that.
So what? No.
Hey, I like frogs.
I'm gonna edit that now.
There's nothing wrong with frogs' legs.
They're very tasty. Frogs' legs
I like them.
Oh man.
Wrong, man.
Let's read Aziz's one. Lads, who's your top 4 now that LFC are out of the picture? We were saying Liverpool not so long ago. Remember that, yeah?
Yeah, then you put a joke video up.
They're not out of the picture yet. Because it's still close.
Can everyone see my T-shirt?
10 games to go.
Yeah. Doubters to believers.
Yes.
Don't know what that means.
I was a doubter, but now I'm a believer. I believe my team.
I think it should be
next season believers.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Anton, it should say believers to doubters, mate. Not doubters.
The other way around.
Yeah,
turn around and see if it comes through,
Oh.
There's hope, man. There's what is it?
You know what?
Yeah.
Sorry, let me go back to that VAR. You know what? I feel like every other country, even the MLS, sorted it out a long time ago. When it was first put out, England was too. They were dragging their feet. It was like we created the game. No. It's like because they wasn't first to do it, they didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
America did it well. Everyone else did it well. Everyone else there's really no problems. England problem because it started out first. Because when they first put it out everywhere else, the thing was even in the World Cup they went to the screen. Have you noticed only I think in the beginning of this season, or mid in this season, the referee goes 1 minute because he's got so many things in his ear and they say, "Do not go to the screen." They go to the screen and have a look, and then go back again, have a look. Bam, you know what I'm saying? With England, it was all like it's a bit. They were dragging their feet. If you watch it from the time when it was first released and everyone was doing it correct. England was the one who was like dragging their feet. It's only now they're starting to go to the camera now. Only now.
Do you not think that was? So do you not think that was last season because the referees didn't want to take the blame? They were just passing the buck, weren't they? They were just almost like saying, "Well,
I hear that, but the thing is, it was done. It was successful somewhere else. Use their method. It was using the World Cup. Use the method. Not because we didn't start. I feel like I'm the only one who thinks this, but I feel like because we were England, like I said, we started the game. We was the first to do it, so it's not really, you know what I mean? If it was the first to do it and we're showing everyone else, we're pioneering it everywhere else for everyone else to do it. England had it right from the get-go. England's got it wrong where they did that. They should have said, you know what, let's suck it in. It's a world game. Go to the screen. Like everyone else, you decide, you have a look, go through it again. I know it could be little 5 minutes, but you can put that 5 minutes on the time added.
Yeah. I agree, man. But
like rugby.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like cricket, the best ever job in the whole world is that guy does this umpire, and everyone goes, "Oh!" And the guy just he stands there with his glasses, with his Oakley glasses, and goes, "Bro, that's the best job in the world."
So much respect.
Oh,
what do you guys think of the refs though? Like, a lot of questions have been asked about them. Like, the majority of the people that say they're not fit enough. They're all like overweight.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Like all of us have played football here. You know what I mean? Majority of us have played football here. You could spot a person that's played football like time ago. But if you look at the Premier League referees,
some of us were better than others.
If you look at the Premier League referees, none of them look like they ever played football. And then you got some of them that can't even keep up with the play. I mean, you see some of them.
They're the ones that never used to get picked. They used to get picked last.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that. Faisal. I was just going to say that, Faisal.
But look, and some of them don't understand
you
tackles.
mind raped me.
Some of them don't understand tackles. Like, you know, when you can see someone's gone in a bit hard, but they've won the ball.
Yeah.
And they don't understand stuff like that. Or, you know, sometimes if there's someone diving, they don't understand that. Someone was screaming like Lacazette, that scream he did the other day. You know,
Oh my God.
That was ridiculous. I mean,
It was quite embarrassing. It was quite
It was
embarrassing.
embarrassing.
I'm sure his friends, I'm sure his mum sent the meme to him.
But the referees fall for that. That's what I mean. Referees fall for that. You scream and the referee will just say, "Oh, it's a foul then, isn't it?" But
It's human nature, man. Of course, you're going to see someone screaming like they're dying. You're going to.
Wow.
That's where the referees have to be able to.
Can you imagine that in your everyday job, like 9 to 5, someone screaming like that?
Do you know, man? What was that referee?
The paper cut.
What was that referee who was Milner's PE teacher?
That's what I was just about to say.
Because he's quite big. He's quite big, and for this,
and he's old.
Oh, we're talking about. I'm sorry, it's not about old, bro. At least be a bit athletic. You know, no, I'm sorry, I'm not taking the piss. I'm big myself. I'm fat. Listen, if I take my t-shirt, the whole place will get dark. Yeah, I'm saying, if you're in the Premier League, it's meant to be the best league in the world, right? Yeah. They should have referees who are athletic.
Anton,
everywhere on the pitch.
You look at Spain, you look at Germany, they're all looking tip-top condition, right?
Bro,
you look at the Premier League, they're all overweight.
I swear,
even the females are putting a lot of ours to shame, aren't they?
I swear, in Bundesliga, there's a referee. He looks like a tank. He looks like he's from the Gladiator. Remember the Gladiator back in the day?
Wolf.
He looks like Gladiator. I forgot his name.
Doing the eyes like. Ooh.
I'm telling you, they don't even go to him. He says yellow card, red card. They don't really check him. They're like, all right, cool, ref. All right. We'll take your word for it.
You know what?
That's how it should be, mate.
And you know, if we compare how much referees get paid, I know we say but the thing is, all right. So compared to players, obviously, it's nowhere near the same level what players are getting. So they get paid between 42 to 70,000 Premier League referees, and they get paid but 1,100 per match though, and for the amount of abuse they get, that's not. If you think it's not that much. But they obviously have second jobs. They have other jobs, don't they? That's not their main job. So that's what I'm saying. So,
I think they're professional, aren't they? So this is their
okay. Yeah, some of them are. Yeah, I remember David Ellery being a teacher before, wasn't he? David Ellery.
Yeah. But these now they're professional.
Okay.
But the thing is, everyone makes mistakes, and I understand that. But do you know what I feel they should do? When they make mistakes, they should be coming out straight away after the game, and then review it with a panel. Whatever showing and say, why did you give that decision? I gave that decision because of blah, 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 blah. Not someone else who wasn't an official before. I know the reason why that I think that he gave it. No, the guy who gave the wrong decision at the end of the game should say, I gave this decision because this one did this, blah, 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 blah. And at the end of that, there should be like a next panel for them, and referee panels and things like that. And they get... You know what I mean? They get, I don't know, degraded next game. You won't get that game because, you do this this game. So you're going to be a linesman. You know what I mean? You're going to be a backup. When
no punishment.
Guys are holding on. There's no punishment. They should have something for them. Something for them. So they
the thing is,
get Kalina back.
God, the eyes.
He's a FIFA. Don't you guys like see, like even in the World Cups and European Cups now, they don't choose the English referees anymore.
No.
They don't go.
They don't choose
I
them.
think the European Cup they do, but I don't think they choose them for the World Cup.
Yeah, they don't choose them for World Cup.
They don't rate them. They don't rate them. If everyone else can see that, why can't we see it in this country? These referees are good enough.
It's good. Good shout about Kalina though. Kalina is the best referee I've ever seen, and everyone knew that as well.
He had respect.
He was the only
Simeone,
referee.
Gattuso, all those. They were.
How many referees?
They were like, yes, Rev, yes.
Listen, how many referees? Yeah, were on a computer game cover. He was on Pro Evolution 2. He was on Pro Evolution 2. He was sponsored by Adidas.
Yeah.
He was in the advert. I remember it was an Adidas advert with Beckham and all them. Like, he was in an advert.
Well, the Western one.
Bro, honestly, no. This guy,
on their horse.
This guy, I remember in Serie A, this guy, he sent off 3 players at once. Listen, honestly, it was a foul. It was a dirty foul. He pulled out the red card, bam. And the player come up to him. The other player comes up. Why do you do that? Why do you? He goes to him, go away. Sim, go away. The guy, he shows it at the edges. Is it, look, it's there for you. You know, like someone's got a gun. It's like, you got trouble. Yeah, I got a gun for you. It was like that. He had it on the edge. The player was like, he carried on, he went, bam. This player came, he goes, don't come. He came, he went, bam. I was like, this guy is a legend. The next game, no one come up to this guy. They actually focused the game. It was a match between, I don't know who it was, but the focus, almost the main focus was Pierluigi Collina. Love that guy.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Wait, shouldn't players get like
Legend.
yellow cards for like approaching referees as well? You know, when players like start, like say someone does a foul or a handball and they try to get the other guy a yellow card. I thought they said they were going to give players a yellow card for that, and I ain't seen that once.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah, that's true. No.
I never see bookings for taking off their shirts now. I don't know about you, but the camera's always on them taking off their shirts. But I don't see the bookings.
I don't even
there to see.
I don't even think they're supposed to celebrate either. I think they stopped the celebration as well, didn't they? Like people going around each other because of the pandemic. I swear they stopped that once. And it's still happening.
Another point about referees: if you support a team, you cannot go officiate a rival team's match. You cannot. One game, Fozzie. Liverpool, Everton versus Liverpool at their ground at first. Remember that one? When Fink scored the last goal and the referee was to give it offside. But the thing is, the guy on the Stockton Park was a Man United supporter. How the hell? And if you check it, it was so mad.
Do you know, Anton? Do you know what he said?
Bro, not only that. Listen, not only that, yeah. It was known that he's a Man United fan. My man did not take it off his Facebook. I went on his Facebook just like, let me see. A couple of hours later, the next day, it was still with face at Old Trafford. I was like, these guys are taking the piss. He had no shame saying, look, well, I support them, so they had no shame. You can see it was an error, but it was like, I thought it was a bias error. And
it's human nature to be biased as well. You always favour
exactly. Yeah. If I was a ref and I was affiliating Man United game, boy, I'm giving 3 penalties to the other team. Mate, I wasn't even in the box. That's what I can see, mate. Yeah. VAR comes to me like, no, I made my decision. No, I'll be biased. So I don't understand why.
There was a lot of incidents in that game, man. There was a lot of incidents in that game. Like you said about the offside goal as well. When Van Dijk got injured in the first half, what I've heard from this incident was like, first of all, Van Dijk was offside. If you look at the line, Dominic, whatever, McLuhan played him onside. So the keeper came out, took his leg off, and then they gave an offside for it. And then after the game, they asked that same guy you was talking about, so why didn't you check out the Pickford challenge on Van Dijk? He said, I didn't even know I was supposed to do that. He said that.
Listen,
he didn't even know he's supposed to do that.
Fozzie,
and this guy is in charge of the VAR people.
Listen, he came out just about 2 months ago, he came out and said, I made an error that game. Only came out 3 months ago, but no one said nothing after that. He was like, okay, just went under the carpet. But 100%, look it up. He came out and said, I made an error. He should have been sent off.
Oliver.
Because you know what? For me, right? When someone said, "Oh no, but it's not part of the game," it was the referee was blown. I said, "How about this, right? If we had a free kick and me and you were tussling, I didn't like the way you were tussling me, and I punched you in the face, but it was offside. What did I get red carded for?" The guy goes, "Yeah, you get red carded for it." There you go. He couldn't answer me back. 100%. So it should have been a red card. It should have been a red card. He should have been sent off.
Even some situations, players like fight each other like away from the ball, and the ref stops the game and deals with it.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes no sense,
It's in part. You're on the pitch. As soon as you're on the pitch, that's it. It could be something that happened over there. You know when something happens when the ref blows it and then it stops and he goes carry on, but he'll turn around and he'll run up the pitch and give that person a red card.
Yeah.
This is what I didn't understand. They did not understand that. He should have got a red card back then.
Anton, don't forget, the referee was the #1 referee in the country, Marco Oliver. I mean, this is what we have. If that's the best of England, this is why people don't choose them. I mean,
listen, you should. Once you know your referees are not picked for FIFA games, then it shows something's wrong. But with England, I know how the attitude is. Well, England was our own World Cup is at home. We've got Premier League, the best league in the world. That kind of arrogance.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah,
they don't even care about that. They don't even care about that. They don't even highlight it.
It's bad, man. Let's read the Arsenal bubbler. He said, "Let's be fair. Bale has a couple of more years left in him, and he's not a bad player to have around." Attica,
a bit better than that. Not a bad player. He's a bit better.
Oh, allow Attica. He's an Arsenal fan. You can see he's an Arsenal fan. Allow him, man. He's
pretty good player. Pretty good player. If he can get himself fit.
United fan. Wow.
Who?
Arsenal bubbler. He called you a Man United fan as a rival.
Oh, that's an insult. You might as well insult my mother, man. You might as well make some insults about my mum. When you say the Man United fan, that's evil, bro.
That's bad, man.
That's
that is
cold,
really bad.
bro.
So guys, let's discuss the big elephant in the room, man, and that's Liverpool Football Club, man.
Calls are not currently going to this number.
I don't know what to say. You know, I said enough in the last couple of days about Liverpool, but you guys have your own side of things. I'll let you guys take the mic. Rob, you can start. What is going on with our team? What can we do? How can we recover? We're in a mess, mate. We're basically in a relegation form. That's how bad I see it. Because six home defeats, mate. 6 home defeats. It's not even a gap. It's in a row.
No, it's a crisis. To go 3.5 seasons without losing at home, whether you got fans in the stadium or not, it's a blooming cauldron. You know, you go to Anfield, you don't. I know it's like a 12th man with the fans, but come on, like 6 games on the trot, and most of them have been against very, like, on paper, like teams we should be smashing. That's the scary thing. And like you can say about all our players out, you know, we've got 5 first teamers out and they're mainly defenders, but this is scoring goals, for Christ's sake. Like you know, we just look like headless chickens out there, like and there's something zapped from the team. And it's I mean, like, I know Klopp has changed. There's a lot of things that happen, and you can see his confidence has been dented, and the pressure of the media is getting to him. Yeah. But come on, like, you know, where's the players like playing for him? You know, they should be look, Gaffer, we've got your back. You know, we've got this, and running, just chasing down like packs. You know, even if you lose the odd game, the energy on the pitch is just missing.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think that's what the team selection was about yesterday? Because that was, I mean,
that's weird.
From a neutral point of view, that looks such a weird team selection. But I think that's exactly what you just said, Rob. He wants players to actually fight for his cause, and say, well, you know what, we're going to prove everyone wrong here. So he picked so many other players. I'm just looking at the bench. The bench had Fabinho, Thiago, Mane, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jones, Origi, and Alexander-Arnold. And all of these guys, you could have said they should have started ahead of some of the players that were on the pitch. I think he was trying to prove a point. He was trying to say, look, these guys are gonna fight for me if everyone else isn't. But it still didn't work. It still didn't. It's really
that's a shocking thing from
yeah,
it.
that's the thing.
You would have thought they'd be like, oh, okay, this is my chance.
They've been those guys should have been banging on the door for the last few weeks, saying, "Look, we're not winning any games. Why are we not playing?" Now they've got their chance. Yeah. And Fulham actually had some really good chances on the counter attack, didn't they? They did. Yeah. They had some really good chances, and they could have actually.
It was tough to watch. I think
they could have had a bigger lead at half time. They could have had a bigger lead. They could have. Lookman missed a couple of pretty good chances. Yeah.
It wasn't
against
good defending then. It was good defending then. I think it was good defending then.
Huh?
I don't think it was the chance. See the chances. I think it was good defending then because it's still what's his name? That Nico Williams. He stopped Lookman's shot and the other ones had a shot but they stopped it. I don't think it was. They had the chances, but the thing is, our defenders stopped the chance. You know what I'm saying? They did something about it, but that one there, the goal. Yeah. That was Salah, man. Salah was a bit too lackluster. The player he had more fight than him, and do you know what? Just shot it, and he went in.
Shot it, he went in. Too cocky. He's way too cocky.
What do you think of Salah, man? Like, especially his agent coming out and putting a full stop after the substitution in the game before that as well.
It's not.
Do you think there's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes with him?
There's a lot of things happening. Foz, I reckon, right? Mm-hmm. I think. Someone done a voodoo on us. Someone did a real life voodoo on us. And do you know what? The other day, I was just joking to another group chat the other day, which was all teams, Man United, Chelsea, all kinds of fans. Yeah. And one of the fans said, do you know Liverpool's new training ground? Do you know what it's built on? I goes, what? It's built on an Indian burial ground. I said, no way. I swear that. And he said, you know what? Because I was talking about voodoo, and he goes, boy, it could be that, mate. Because you can see it's a whole different team. It's just it's not your team. They're wearing the shirt, they're wearing the badge, but the players are there.
It's like a hologram on the pitch, isn't it? It's like a hologram.
Yeah, and when he said that, when he said that, I was like, shit. But if that's true, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? On the old burial ground, it's like, we're going to buy it and then just mow them off and then put the skeletons somewhere and then put this training ground right there. Yeah, it's funny, man. That's funny. But it's morale as well. The fence is a part of it as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The fence is part of it as well.
It's just all round, isn't it?
It's everything happening at once. It's pure bad luck as well, man. Pure bad luck. I could see there's something they were trying. It was fuck's sake. Even Salah, when it went in, he was like, "What can I do, man? What can I do?" I chested it up. I didn't really see the guy. No one said man on, and he just ran in and shot. It's not like there was a crowd in there and said, "You know what, man on." He couldn't hear him because the crowd was singing, but there's no one in there. Robertson should have said something. Said, man up, or said something, but he just ran past him like a little bit. I don't know.
You can't be taking touch there. You can't be taking.
You know what people forget though, guys. Seriously, you know what people forget? If you add the season we came second to Man City, 1 point, right? That season, you could say we won that league in just marginal, like 1 year, whatever.
Yeah.
To do that, carry it on to the next season and win it. With style, the style of Klopp, like the way he plays.
Yeah.
And then now this is happening. Can't you say you can see it coming?
You're right, you're right there, Faisal. Because
you can't be doing that. 3-4 seasons in a row. You think you can play like that?
Think about it.
And it's happened in Dortmund before.
Look how I was saying to Mark, my friend Mark, another one. Look at the way he plays. Yeah? And they're saying about the energy's gone. How expensive that is. The whole time for 3 seasons, your player, every time a team, the other opposition's got the ball, you run and get it, and you're doing it for 3 years running.
Yeah, but City do the same. They've been doing that every season.
They have changed it, but the thing is, there's a difference between that. They've got personnel. They've got personnel.
I know, but the style of play, it's high energy.
No, but they've got more depth.
They got personnel. They got personnel. Depth. They got the bench. The bench.
They didn't last season though because they struggled without Laporte.
Yeah, without
that was their
backs.
Achilles.
Yes, I agree. But you see how everything's rosy now. They've got the guy at the back. They got another guy at the back, and they got one cleaning boots too.
Hey, I think it's tactical, mate. I think we're resting this season, and then next season we keep players back. Boom, energy.
That's it, mate. I keep telling people.
That's what
honestly, because I'm a Liverpool fan, a lot of people know me. Right? They come to me, and go, "What's happening with Liverpool?" I goes, "I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not at the training ground." And
on a holiday.
But you know what I mean. If you go on TV, you can probably see it or read the newspaper. Yeah, what's going on with Liverpool? And I'm coming up with all kinds of excuses.
I think one big difference with Man City as well, that they're very high tempo off the ball, but they spend so much time on the ball and it's so slow and so methodical. Whereas Liverpool, when they're on the ball and they're attacking, it's much more fast paced. So that means Liverpool are playing fast paced for the whole game, off the ball and on the ball.
Yeah, true.
City are so methodical on the ball. They spend so much time
more intelligent.
They got more intelligent players and they got more quality players. More quality players, got more of the quality. We've got more of the runners who want to fight and run down players. They've got runners
keep the ball better than everyone.
quality.
I mean, they can
They've
keep
got
the
more
ball.
quality players
as well as them.
Yeah, but listen, they might have more
rely on that
quality.
press.
Yeah, but the thing is, they might have more quality, but they've been exposed yesterday. If you've got pace in your team and you run at them and you show no fear, that's the performance you can have.
That's how we beat them before.
Yes. That's
how we beat them before. Man City, with that Man City game yesterday, I can say most of the goals are coming down. Well, they come down the left, isn't it? They come down the left,
side,
the left side. Where if you see it, Bernardo Silva plays. Bernardo Silva was missing at that game because not only does he go, he tracks back a lot. He tracks back a lot. If you see him, do you know what? Because he's an intelligent defender. He's an intelligent footballer. He's intelligent. He's a midfielder, obviously by trade, but he's intelligent. If you see how he runs back, he slyly comes behind a player and just makes a little toe, kicks it past someone. You know what I'm saying? If you see, he rarely makes mistakes, even defending. He was missing in that game. He was missing in that game. He was missing that game. I was watching that game. I said, something is missing. You know what?
Yeah, but you got to give credit, even though we hate it. But you got to give credit when it's due.
Yes.
The way they crowded that midfield as well, Man United, that impressed me because they didn't give them space to pass the ball. If you look at the game, just look back at the game. The midfield was crowded. There was no gaps anywhere. And they just chased
They defended him well.
And don't forget, they got more pace than City. And then the City don't have pace other than Kyle Walker and Sterling.
He's just bro. That's
that tackle. What was that?
He ain't gonna play for about another 3 games.
What is he doing back there? What is he doing back there?
He ain't gonna play for another 3 games. That was
because he lost the ball. He lost the ball and he didn't try so hard. But there was about five. There was
no need for you to go running back. There's no need, but you know
that
what?
was worse than when they say that's a striker's tackle. That was even worse than
Pep's gonna say. Pep's gonna say when he comes and says, "Pep, is there a reason why I'm not playing?" He's gonna say, "Show him the video." There you go, mate. Let's look at that,
guys.
Or he'll say, "Martial."
Going back to Liverpool quickly. I know you want to go away from the topic.
But we do want to go.
Oh no! I'm here, mate.
I've got a quick question for all of you guys. Do you think Liverpool can go back to where they were for the last couple of seasons without having a complete revamp of the team? With the squad they've got, can they go back to those levels?
We need those first teamers back. It starts from the back for us, I think. The big
spine
machine
of the team. Yeah.
And then we'll see.
They need the dead weight. No,
Origi
we need to get rid of the
we need some quality to challenge our strikers.
We need
Shaqiri, Origi, all them kind of players.
100%.
Ox can go tomorrow.
Yeah, I like them players, but they're gonna have to go, man. They're gonna have to go because them man there. Once they leave football, if they leave Liverpool, do you know they're gonna be window cleaning.
Yeah.
They're going to be window cleaning. One other team, it's either window cleaning or one of them semi-pro clubs who's got a big wage packet. He's going to say, "Look, come play for us for $1,000 a week." All right, mate. That's what it's going to be.
Fox is going to be famous on that TikTok, isn't it? That's what he does.
Yeah,
his girlfriend.
His missus, she can move and everything. But Yeah, but don't get me wrong. I like them, but they gotta go, man. They gotta go. They have to go. Dead weight.
Like Gary says, it's like Gary says in the LOL at the moment, we LFC couldn't win any sympathy. He's right. Nobody is feeling sorry for us. You know what I mean?
Champions.
And everybody's loving it, mate.
Mate, we've always been up against it. No one's like Liverpool. Even when we were winning league and playing really good football, we still got criticism there. So, mate, I don't really care what they think about us, you know. But what we need to do is get back to good football.
One thing I'm proud of, sorry, guys. Hang on, one sec. One thing I'm proud of, and you guys might not have seen this as well. Have you noticed everything's gone downhill for us? We've lost these 6 games and all that. Who's chatting more about like manager getting sacked, players, all this? Liverpool fans don't really want they don't really they don't talk bad about our own team. You know what I mean? We say there's problems, we want to fix it, but we don't jump on the bandwagon and saying Klopp needs to go and all that. You ain't heard that once from a Liverpool fan.
Mate, he's a legend already. He's a legend.
From the back. Like Fozzie said before, he does stem from the back. You know, honestly, when you got that big guy at the back, like I said to someone before, when you was getting, if you ever saw like when you see TV when someone's having a fight and you got that little guy at the front, but what he knew when he had that big guy at the back, he's like, "Come on, then, You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm ready for beef. Let me out. I've got my big cousin behind me. Come on in, mate. You know what I mean? When they see the big cousin, they're like, you know what? I don't really want that smoke. I don't want that smoke at all. No. Let's just shake hands.
And ping that 60 yard ball to Mane on the chest.
100%. That's missing that part.
There's no fear. There's no fear against us.
There's no fear in the back. There's no fear in the back. With Van Dijk,
is gone.
With Van Dijk as well, people forget. You got rival fans will say, you know, argue with you that person not world class. Mane, is he world class? He's world class, but he's not world class now. You say Salah, they're like in between. But if they say to them, you know, Van Dijk's world class, they can't argue with that.
Nah.
World class centre back, one of the best in the world, so if not the best. Of course, he's going to be missed, and people will just say, excuses. But someone like that coming from your team for that long a period of time, mentally, it's going to play something on you. Not just physically while you're playing the game. Mentally, you're going to say, shit, my boy at the back. My boy at the back's not there. My big cousin at the back's not there. So if I go into this fight, I could get fucked up. You know what I mean? Beep. Yeah. Honestly,
beep after you swear.
I'm sorry. That was the beep.
No, he was still swearing. Afterwards.
Listen, don't you just
sorry, not sorry.
Guys, it is over 18. It is over 18, so it's okay.
I'm sorry.
And I went, fuck, beep.
The people too late.
Shut up, Fozzle.
Like Attica was saying, like, can we survive with that? Well, with these players and the way it is at the moment, we're missing players.
You can survive, Attica.
I think we can. I don't
mean survive.
I'm not gonna.
We will survive.
But can you go to the same level?
Listen, Attica, we can't judge these players unless they come back. I mean, you can't judge anyone unless they come back and play. That's what we've got to wait for.
In the pudding.
Yeah. Like everybody's saying, spend money here, spend money there, but what benefits can we get out of it if we don't see these players coming back? You know what I mean?
Foz, I'll tell you the benefit. The benefit right now is the real benefit is mathematically we can't be relegated.
Yes, thank you very much.
We can't be relegated to later
on that bombshell.
You know what I'm saying? When someone drops at me, what about Liverpool? I said, do you know what? We can't be relegated. They're like, yeah, you can't be relegated. I'm like, yeah, I know. So next year, innit? Yeah. We turn from doubters to believers. From doubters to believers.
I'm just gonna wait, man. I'm not gonna judge anything until those players return, and we'll see how it goes. I can't see Van Dijk coming back this season. You can't rush that. You can't rush that.
Everybody knows Instagram. He looks healthy, man.
Yes, you can't rush up though.
Making good progress.
Those injuries, nah. Those knee injuries, because you're never gonna rush that.
But you know what they should do? They should do scare tactics and pretend he's coming back, and then other teams would be like,
"Oh shit!" Van Dijk's gonna start. They'll be like, "Yeah, we're gonna play with striker today."
It's that power Pokemon card, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Guess what I
Mewtwo.
got?
I'm gonna bring up Mewtwo.
Anton, this is for you,
Mewtwo.
man. This is for you, Anton.
What?
About Arsenal, blah, blah. He said, guys, if you're interested, I am proud to announce that Ant has written I love Arsenal in his notepad. Did you, Ant? Did you do that?
That is a lie. He is not the father. He is not the father.
Guys, there's another thing as well about our manager. I don't know if you guys noticed. His body demeanor doesn't look right at the moment. He does, like before, he had that thing, like the aura that gives us motivation to go to the next game and win. And there's nothing like that coming out of him at the moment. Are you guys worried about that? I know he lost his mum. I know it's the pandemic.
Lost his mum, man.
And he can't go back to.
There's a lot of elements, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of elements.
I think he's gone more spiritual. Like the things he's saying in his press conferences, he's saying a lot about being humble, and they all say that he does a lot of motivational stuff behind the scenes, and it's like a mentality thing. He gets them thinking a certain way, like because their attitude. He wants them to be like mentality monsters, as he used to.
He doesn't even say that anymore. He doesn't say
no.
Listen, I don't see anything coming out of Klopp no more. Like what are
Nah. He's a bit dead. I think it's the media, mate. They crush anyone.
They're deflated, man. He's deflated.
Do you think like go on.
Media's job is to build you up, because then when they knock you down, it's a bigger story. The higher
exactly, mate. Yeah,
and that's all.
Sell papers, isn't it?
Yeah,
sell papers, and they know he's a classic guy. Even when he was losing in every Champions League final and all this, they were saying like he was nothing there. And then when he won it, even then they were on his back. They get their claws into certain people, and unfortunately, he's one of those.
I think when it started, we were saying this is just a blip. Even when we saw Liverpool lose.
Yeah, everyone was saying. Even rival fans were saying the same thing.
And it probably has gone beyond that now. And
it is worrying. Definitely.
Yeah, the players are struggling. The players are struggling.
It is worrying, but we're not going to be relegated, guys. We're not going to be relegated. It's beautiful that we're not going to be relegated.
Hey, we're above Arsenal. We're above Arsenal.
Anton Fazal, this is for you, yeah?
Go.
Look where it is.
Jamie Stevens.
Steamer.
Hey, this guy is guys.
Legend, mate. That's a legend.
The legend called Jamie Stevens. Jamie Stevens. The legend.
Jamie Stevens.
He should by real.
You met him later on.
Yeah, I met him in London. Yeah. Out for a few ciders.
Listen, he should by rights. Yeah. By the laws of Isle of Dogs, he should have a plaque. He should have a plaque or a statue. This guy has legendary.
He should have a steamroller named after him, man. He should have a steamroller named after him.
Steamo. I was calling that Steamo before he drove the steamroller. It was like it was meant to be. It was meant to be that day. I tried to tell him.
You even know why
I tried to tell him.
I don't think you heard. Say that again to him, Puzzle.
Attica, do you know why we call him Steamer?
No, God. Or did he drive off on one or something?
Yes.
Even worse, he got chased by police, and where do you think the first place he ran to was while police were
Steamroller.
No, his house.
He ran to his house. So he ratted himself out.
Steamo is a legend, guys.
When they get back for match of the day, go out in style.
Legend. He's a Chelsea fan, but I love him, man. He's a top guy. Top guy.
Guys, so judging by the table, well, damn it, I see Tottenham above us. That's not looking good.
That's fine. We beat them.
And Everton as well.
And West Ham.
It's fine. We've beat them before.
But Liverpool played the game more as well.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Arsenal are coming as well. You know how far
Attica. Are them guys in the Champions League?
All right, mate. All right.
You know what I mean? That's right. There's always another side to the coin. We're not going to win it, But
To
at
be
least you're
fair,
there, innit?
Spurs have got a better chance of you in Europa League than they would ever have had win the Champions League. So at least it's a more winnable tournament for Spurs. The Spurs where they are now, of course you want to be in the Champions League, but it's more winnable.
Hold
so,
up.
yeah, why not? Spurs aren't good
People
enough
are
to.
forgetting. 2005 Istanbul when we won the Champions League. Did we come 7th?
Yeah.
But Liverpool have got that history, haven't they? Liverpool have got. Oh, here we go. Liverpool have got that history about them. They've always had a good, European team. They've always done that. They've always managed to get.
I'm gonna say it on record first. I reckon we're gonna win the Champions League. Mic drop.
I love you, Faisal.
Come back in May.
Stranger things have happened.
Yep.
And if it happens, remember I said it though. Remember I said it.
Yeah, you said it first. But I was feeling it. I was feeling it.
Can I ask you guys
I'll
a
put a
question? Do you
record.
think like Liverpool can make it? 7 points now, but can they?
No.
False?
Wait, out of the guys above us, who we got left to play?
We got a few hard fixtures.
Man United.
It depends on that.
You got Man United.
West Ham.
We've still got Spurs.
we got
Spurs, yeah.
No, we don't have
Leicester.
West Ham.
No, we beat Spurs twice.
Yeah, twice.
Oh, then it's still above us. Oh,
We ain't got no one. We only got Man United.
yeah,
I think,
no,
that's it.
we got no.
Okay, so next games, Liverpool's next game, Wolves away, league games these are. Arsenal away, Villa at home,
God.
Villa at home, Leeds away, Newcastle. Newcastle, this is end of April, so Newcastle will be fighting for their lives. United away,
Yeah.
Southampton at home, West Brom, Burnley, and Palace. So there are a lot of winnable games there.
Yeah, but the last 4 games
mate.
against those teams, they'll be the hardest.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
probably
actually,
beat a couple of the top teams, but it's the lower teams that we just draw and
Burnley
lose.
and Palace,
If you think if Southampton, West Brom, Burnley, and Palace, those are the last 4 games. If they're all struggling and they're in the relegation
up
areas,
Guys, we can't be relegated. We just can't be relegated. It's fine. It's fine. I reckon we should play at under 23s now, yeah? And then just put everything, eggs in one basket in the Champions League.
Like Faisal
You know what I'm
said,
saying?
we're gonna win it. We're gonna win
Exactly.
it.
Look, this doubt is to believers. We're good. Look.
Experience, guys.
Champions
Experience
League.
is
We're going to
experience.
win it. Champions League. We're
For
going to
Gerard
win it.
Houllier, mate. Gerard Houllier.
That's what I'm saying. That's another one. He died as well, and that's impacted on the players.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
That's what I'm saying. And then my guy St. John died the other day, and then Thingy's mum died, and then Alison's dad died. Come on, mate.
So all the
Jeez.
Americans are gonna come out in the Champions League, isn't it? Yeah.
So do you know what God has given us the Champions League because of all this heartache. God said, you know what, Champions League will come to you.
Have a rest from the league. That's true, man. Guys, just hold on a second, yeah? Hold on a second. Man. I'll get back to you guys.
Steamer.
Stimo.
All right, people. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like, share, and subscribe, and tune in next Tuesday. That's when we're going to be coming back. So yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Please comment below as well when the video ends, and I'll see you soon. Take care, everyone.